Welcome back to another Habs News. Today I want to talk about what I learned from the Montreal Canadian last week. First of all, when they play against the Buffalo Sabres, and secondly, why they claim Colin White. But before we start, we invite you, don't forget to click on the like, subscribe, and leave me comments about this video, and let's dive in talking about my first subject of the day. First subject of the day, guys, is what I learned from last week when they play against the Buffalo Sabres. And I want to sharing with you, don't copy the Sabres rebuilding.
Really?
And I'm going to give you by number the reason I feel that Montreal should not what the Buffalo Sabres did. The first number is number 4. 2 first overall pick and 2 second overall pick. Power, Dallin, Eichel, and Renard. 2 of them already gone, by the way. Number 5, they trade 5 of the first round pick already in the last 10 years. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
By number 7, 7 strength coaches behind the bench in the last 10 years. Not very good.
That's bad.
Then, by number 10, they select 10 top 10 picks in the last 10 years.
Are you serious?
Unbelievable. And they're still looking for success, the Buffalo Sabres, in the last 10 years. By number 13, they missed 13 years the playoff in NHL. And finally, my last number 16. 16 total first round pick in the last 10 years. And they missed the playoff 13 times. And they have 7 strength coaches behind the bench in the last 10 years. And for me, what I learned from that situation from the Buffalo Sabres, the draft is really important if you think about this. But managing the kid, their development is just as important to build a winning team in NHL. This is the reason why the Buffalo Sabres cannot become a successful team yet, because they did not find a way to develop their own players, draft first round pick in the last 10 years. So I took the Buffalo Sabres and I look now for the Montreal Canadian. I want to share it with you what could happen for the Montreal Canadian in the next 3 seasons.
I hope so too.
Let's talk about the Montreal Canadian by number. First number is number 1. They select in the last 5 years only a first overall pick, and we know is Juraj Slavkovsky. By number 2, they select 2 top 5 draft players in the last 5 years. One is Slavkovsky, one is Ray Barker. Then by number 3, they have already 3 players select in the last 5 years play with the Montreal Canadian as the first round picks. I'm talking about Slavkovsky, Caulfield, and Caden Cooley. And I have another number 3 again. Why? Because the last 5 years, Marc Bergevin select 3 players as the first round pick, and the same situation with Ken Hughes. We know Ken Hughes select Slavkovsky, Philippe Mazar, and last year, David Rebarker. By number for the Montreal Canadiens, number 4. In the next 2 years, the Montreal Canadiens are going to have 4 first-round picks. This is really important for the rebuilding for the Montreal Canadiens.
So that's great.
By number. And the last one is number 6. They have 6 first-round pick draft in the last 5 years, 3 par Bergevin, 3 par Ken Hughes, I just mentioned to you. And for what I learned compared to Buffalo Sabres versus the Montreal Canadiens, they have to select the right players fit inside of the culture for the Montreal Canadiens. And then they have to develop them properly with the right staff coaches around them. And finally, Montreal Canadiens have to be patient about the development for the draft they get from the first round pick they select. And then you, Montreal Canadian fans, you need to be patient to give them a minimum of 5 years rebuilding to see the outcome of those NHL draft by the Montreal Canadiens. And finally, I want to add one more thing about the Montreal Canadiens versus the Buffalo Sabres. Not only you need to select the right players, but you need to surround them with the right players inside of their team. I'm talking about via trade and or via signature UFA. This is really important to have a mix of great players inside their team. Go around the first round pick, and it would be interesting what the Montreal Canadiens are going to do. But if you want to compare, the Montreal Canadiens cannot follow the template of the Buffalo Sabres, unsuccessful team in the last 13 years. I would love to hear from you. What do you think about the Montreal Canadiens? How confident are you from the management can use as goaltender, the way they do the work so far since they got hired by Jeff Molson? I'm not finished with this video. I have one more subject talking about, and the subject is about Colin White. Montreal Canadiens claim from the waiver NHL from the Pittsburgh Penguins, the veteran, 27 years old, Colin White, 21 overall pick by the Ottawa Senators in 2015, played over 300 games in NHL. But coach, what are the reasons the Montreal claim Colin White? For me, I believe they have a couple of reasons. First of all, guys, possible the Montreal Canadiens are open up to trade Jake Evans if they get a right offers, and that would give a little bit security to have Colin White around the Montreal Canadiens. Secondly, I would say to you, is the experience about Colin White. Can you know exactly who is Colin White? Secondly, play over 300 games in NHL, reached the final Stanley Cup last year with the Florida Panthers, play for line right now with the Montreal Canadiens, play already 2 games. And I think the fact to have Colin White on the 4 line, to stabilize a little bit their line at the center. We know Montreal without Monahan and Kirby Dach and Christian Dvorak, center line is not very good. If you think about only Zuski, after that we have Jake Evans, Alec Newhook should be a winger, and then now we have Colin White. Prior to that it was Condotta, Brendan Gignac. So this is the reason I believe Montreal Canadiens claim Colin White, possible they could trade Jake Evans. And the experience of Colin White stabilize a bit more the center line for the rest of the season with the Montreal Canadiens. And that's conclude, guys, all the subject we have on this episode. That's it, that's all. Thanks for watching another App Daily News. But before we leave, we invite you, don't forget to click on the like, subscribe, leave me a comments about this video. And of course, I would love to hear from you. Leave me a comments about the 2 subjects we talk about inside of this video. And we want to remind you, you have greatness inside of you, and we wish you an amazing, great, blessed day, everybody.